Hey, now here. This video I'm going to be going over the patch 3.9.0 for the game Kinggodcastle. As always, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, like the videos, it helps me out a lot. And new update, boys. So 13th of July, Mr. Croco. That now this is, you know, usually it's like a there's no skin in this. This is 2 Awaken abilities, no skin. Very interesting. Now correct me if I'm wrong. Usually there's a new skin, but there's no new skin. I guess you can, like, you know, buy out the shop more if I guess. But it is a letdown that there's not an event skin in this one. But 2 Awaken abilities. We've been waiting for these awakenings for a while, man, a while. So the first one we have Esthea. I have the game pulled up. We can look at this in game. Esthea. So removes the next attack enhancement called Sacred. So it removes this, like, when she buffs somebody, that their next attack gets buffed by Esthea. So they remove, you can't have that anymore, and it will grant protection to that target, and you have minus MP cost, which is actually really good. So minus MP cost 15, so it'll turn her into a 30 MP hero. So that means that she is a 2 auto attack then skill type of hero, and this ability is crazy. I mean, Esthea, like in arena, this just makes her better. No, like I'm not at like an Esthea, like, you know, like player, so somebody that knows more can like kind of shed some light on it, but solo Esthea in arena, this just makes her better. No, because you can get stacking protection, right? And you just, you know, you still get everything else. You still get, you know, you still get the pushback, you still get the attack speed, right? You still get the heal, you just get protection. Isn't that really good? Like, so if you don't know, the first Awaken ability, she casts on herself every 3rd cast. So like, this is really good if you're targeting somebody else, and then you get that cast on yourself, right? Now I'm not sure if she's by herself, does the 3rd cast double up on herself? Is that what makes this broken? Somebody needs to let me know in the comments, bro. If that is how it works, I'm not sure, but I like the protection, man. I think the protection is better. No, this is really very rare that you have heroes that are both awakening abilities are actually pretty good. Like, this is a solid setup for it. Like, there's some heroes that you're like, especially older ones, you're like awakening 2 all the way, never use 1, right? So it is very nice to see some really good awakening abilities. Now next one, Baldir. Now Baldir is a very interesting one, man. So we can look at it right here. So let's look at the first one. Okay, his original one that he released with. So basically, you needed 2 Baldirs for this to work. If you didn't have 2 Baldirs, this doesn't work. So in short, you have deer form, bear form, range, and melee, right? The range unit will put a mark on the target, and then the melee unit will consume, when it attacks, consumes that mark, and then like heals and stuff, right? So, but you need 2 Baldirs for this, and usually you run 2 deers, right? The deer form. He has 2 forms, right? Bear and deer, and it's useless, man. It's useless. It's good in what it's supposed to do, but people don't really do that in the game Kinggodcastle. So yeah, deer form. So this one is really, this one is amazing, man. So if you only have 1 Baldir in on your side, you become immune to CC for 2 seconds upon dealing spell damage, and then you get protection, right? Which is really good, really good. So CC for 2, I want to compare it to Mercil. So Mercil's first one, so she gets, no one really uses this. So this is 1 second. It is garbage, man. Okay, there's very niche uses for this, but it is garbage because your units have to be, so the 1 second that your unit enters the grass, you know, you get 1 second immunity. That is it, and you don't really use this. Like, everyone uses early spring. Like, they need to change this to like 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds. A little OP, but 2 seconds would be amazing. But no one really uses it. Like, the CC window is just so short. Anyway, Baldir. This is 2 seconds, so it's really good to say. This is quite a long time. 2 seconds is enough, I think. And dealing spell damage, get protection. Now the interesting part of this that I found, I did play with him a little bit before recording, and the interesting is that this ability, this only affects when 1 Baldir is on the field. So if you're using mask, this awakening ability does not trigger. you cannot so even with math, so usually this awakening ability is super weird in how usually the game like works. So for example, if you're running Insignia Mass Baldir, right, and say you're running deer forms, right, your deer is going about and you use the skill, you will not get this protection because you have 2 Baldirs. And what's interesting is that this awakening ability actually tracks in real time during the round. So when your second Baldir dies, your 1 Baldir will start triggering this skill. Now this is super interesting because if you've been playing for KinggodCastle for a little bit, you know that things gets checked at the beginning of round and never updates throughout the round. So for example, Rapid Swords of Binding, you have max attack speed with 5 units on the board. When somebody dies during the round, that max attack speed does not decrease, right? Like you maintain that for that round, and the next round comes, and then it always checks at the beginning of round. Same thing with Insignia attack bonus, right? So it is very interesting that this actually live updates within the round. It's just interesting, I guess, because this is a awakening ability, but it is definitely an interesting note right there. All right, the rest of the notes. So adjustment phrase, so there's a lot of like attack, normal attack wording, because this is mainly because of Ian. It's because Ian is like the second hero that has a skill that uses a cast bar similar to Hela, but it's like a normal attack. It's super confusing. So this is mainly because of Ian, and basically they're just like, we are changing up some ambiguity with the wording, and here's some wordings right here. It's just mainly wording. And then here, execution. So this is execution affix on the swords, right? So they are changing some of the confusion on when it applies. So does not occur when attacking a target with absolute defense is mighty block in their terms. I'm pretty sure because the other one's spell shield from Gidneo. So pretty sure this is mighty block. So when you have mighty block, execute can't touch you, which is really good. Whether or not the execution target has a shield does not affect execution. Okay. Execution damage no longer add up that. I'm not sure what that means. Execution effect no longer occurs when an enemy who is invincible. So yeah, this is exactly the example I had in mind. Tayback's second ability, so the execute won't just straight up kill him. Like he'll actually trigger his invincibility awakening ability that he has, and doesn't he just doesn't insta kill. Okay, that's nice. Other changes, some UI stuff. You can't be reached if you play. Some bug fixes, Lunar Awakening, Ophelia bug, bug of literally Second Awakening. In addition, we know that there are many suggestions about the uncomfortable parts of Discord notice update notes than the Korean community announcement. This is currently difficult to solve due to differences in the format of Korean community in the posting method and the Discord in the chatting channel method. Therefore, the dev team is currently working on several ways to better format announcements and deliver them in game. Oh man, I saw Discord and I got really excited. Usually they don't ever address the official Discord us the English speaking community. They don't ever do this. By the way, this is I got excited. I mean, so what they're talking about here is like, how we in my videos we usually go over the neighbor cafe if it has some extra details, and then go over the main Discord information, right? And there's some tidbits in the Korean announcement that isn't included in the main official, and sometimes the translation's a little iffy and things. It has definitely gotten a lot better, but that is pretty much what they're addressing. Man, I saw Discord and I got excited, man. I thought, ooh. But yeah, that is it for this update. I do want to at the end of the video, I do kind of want to put like what I want to see in the future, like start putting in like what I want to see and things like that. And man, devs, Awesome Piece devs like White Choco, Mr. Croco, if you watch my videos, like the one thing I want from KinggodCastle is please moderator assisters in the main official Discord. That is my #1 want. Like the last time I looked, our community Discord has like 63,000 people in this chat, and there is essentially only one moderator. Like Mr. Chaco, White Choco does a really good job moderating, but he is doing literally everything. The man is doing literally everything. He is doing like the bugs, the users, the moderating, you know, the events and all this stuff. Like you can, like, it's 63,000 people in the Discord that love the game, and there's essentially one person that is the go-to and like trying to put everything together. Like that is insane. So please, just somebody, let's just moderator assisters. Like they don't even need to you know, we'll do it for free. Like, you know, I will do it for free. And so like just somebody that's there that just kind of reinforces the rules. Like if you don't want to give them timeout purposes and like actual mod abilities, just kind of label them as mods. Like as long as like it's apparent that there is somebody else, then, and you know, just more order, more organization. Just like somebody that like reinforces the rules. Like say if somebody like, you know, is doing something sus, somebody can be like, hey, rule number 2 or whatever, right? Just moderator assisters. You don't have to even give them the title mod, just mod assisters or assisters or whatever you want. Just somebody that helps moderates the official Discord, because come on, it's just my #1 mod. Just, you can do whatever you want for the game. We love the game. I know you work really hard on it. Just community Discord official. Like I want to just go to official main Discord and just, that is my home. You know, like that's what I want. But right now, unfortunately, you know, every now and then I do go to the official Discord. It is a nice time every time peeking in there, but you know, main official Discords of games can get a little, you know what I mean, but like, you know, just I want to go there more often, and I would like to go there more often, but that is my main want for the game wants. I do think Ian needs to get nerfed a little more. He is still a terror. I know the data, you guys look at the data. I get it. But I think Ian needs to get touched more, man. I really do. And you know, what else do I want to see? You know, my #1 want is actually make the bosses do more damage. Is that just me? Like I want raid bosses and enemies to just do more damage, so you can stop doing these like glass cannon builds. Like force me to use like heals, force me to use these survive. Like I want to see a meta that I have to run some giant like Alboron elixir on my raid builds, because greed boss is smacking my team like a mother, right? Like I mean, that's what I want to see, you know. But again, I'm in the minority, but you know you can, you know, that one step at a time. Now next event is going to be collab event, so make sure you are getting those gems, boys. So I have 2,400 gems right now. And now if the rumored skins come back, you will need close to, if you don't have them, if they're all available for the same price as the last collab, it will be 198 per, and that is close to like 2,000 gems. So if you don't want to miss out on these skins, you need to have saved around 2,000 gems for all of these skins. Supposedly, we'll see what happens, but I'm very much looking forward to next season. And yeah, anyways, thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you next one. Later.